So basically, you got flooded with the Chinese messages and Chinese government, and you want access to that Chinese money. You don't want to piss anybody off, even though Red Candle Games has removed that stuff in their game, even though Red Candle Games has apologized 1,000 times, even though they're begging on their hands and knees to people to say, look, this was not our intention. We just want to make a good game. Some of this got put in here, right, by maybe one of their employees. And even if this horror game was making a joke about Winnie the Pooh and the Chinese leader, even if that was their intention, this is still unacceptable, a moot point. We do not live in China.
Frankly, this comes as no surprise to me. This is the unfortunate reality we live in. Corporations will appeal to China because it's such a big moneymaker. It is completely immoral, but what really gets me about this message is that they're not even being upfront about that. They are shifting the blame to the messages from gamers. They're putting it on us. They're saying, hey, you guys wanted this. It wasn't us. It was you guys. You messaged us about this. And so after messages from you guys, after hearing your feedback, we're no longer publishing this game. Except no gamer outside of China and no individual outside of the Chinese government actually wished for this game to not be published on GOG. In fact, a lot of people were actually looking forward to checking this game out after the story spread that the game was pulled from Steam due to the Chinese government being pissed off at the game and the developers being forced to respond like this.
I think the fact that GOG came out and tweeted their tweet is very upsetting because it's worded in a way that I feel like is very just like has no balls whatsoever.
It's so frustrating to see what felt like CD Projekt Red felt like this company that was untouchable, that was just never going to do any wrong. And while I understand they're going to make it better, they're going to make Cyberpunk better, this to me feels worse.
The last time I checked, GOG, you do not do business. You were not created in China. I know you want to do business in China,
Bingo.
and that's their bingo.
That's a bingo.
So now we're realizing that GOG and CD Projekt Red are not a company for the gamers. They're a company for the money. Okay? All this reputation and all this stuff that I thought, right, where they care about the gamers, they care about good games. No! They care about the money.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to even get into politics. I'm just saying, this is bad news. As a gamer, I'm upset. As a freaking huge fan of horror games, I'm double upset. I was absolutely going to buy this game. I was absolutely going to play this game. And now, I guess, I'm just legally not allowed to touch it. What a freaking mess. Way to go, CD Projekt Red. Way to go from the most loved company to the most hated company in 6 freaking days.
A lot of people were excited at the prospect of actually being able to get a copy of this game, a legitimate copy, and being able to support the developers. And GOG seemed to offer some hope before they decided to capitulate to the Chinese market and to the Chinese government, and are now releasing this bullshit statement about messages from gamers. This is just an incredibly manipulative message, and manipulation seems to be the theme of CD Projekt Red this week. This comes in right after word has spread that CD Projekt Red intentionally manipulated the review process to hide the dire state that the console version of the game especially was in. And this also comes in shortly after CD Projekt Red hosted an emergency investors call in which they talked about the trust and reputation that they've lost from gamers and how their top priority right now is to be solely focused on regaining those two things. Trying to use gamers as a scapegoat for their own immoral decision, all that's accomplished is the complete opposite effect. It's only tarnished trust and reputation further.
EA and Activision and Blizzard are like, come on, buddy. Got a chair right here for you. Sit right here. Are you done pretending? Are you done pretending, CD Projekt Red? Because if you're done pretending, go ahead and sit down with the rest of those assholes, right? This is wrong, man.
Of course it's wrong.
This This company apologized 1,000 times. And you're going to take it down. You're not going to list it. I want to play this fucking game immediately. I want to support Red Candle Games.
You know what? Everybody be hyper vigilant. Sometimes gamers have a very short memory. Sometimes people get mad about something and then the next week they forget. Keep this in mind, because I guarantee you when CD Projekt Red starts to try and release the Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer, it's probably going to be filled with microtransactions, and it's probably going to try and screw you over, because at this point, we realize that all that matters is the almighty dollar.
Did you see a game called Devotion? It's not on GOG because of Chinese commotion. Appeasing power is the CD way.
And the thing that bothers me the most is the message that they made. This message is so, like, passing the buck after receiving message from gamers. Gamers, right? Like, it's our fault. Like, we are the ones rushing out there trying to pull down Devotion. That's not at all what it is. That's all politically motivated. That's all the Chinese government. That's all, you know, a rush of these Chinese messages and being overly offended at these types of things. Even though it's already pulled from the game, they want to continue to destroy that developer. That is malicious. What is wrong with you?
When you put out a statement like this that is so clearly manipulative and deceptive, trying to offload your decision-making to gamers' messages or whatever, I mean, they don't even specify exactly what kind of messages they got. They just say, many messages from gamers. What does that even mean? What kind of messages? What were the messages demanding exactly?
Amidst all the cyberpunk bollocks, it was announced that the horror game Devotion would be coming to CDP's Good Old Games service. Devotion caused a huge stir when it first came out, getting pulled from Steam after an Easter egg was discovered making fun of Chinese leader Xi Jinping and his resemblance to Winnie the Pooh. Despite the Easter egg being long gone, the game is nonetheless hated by fans of authoritarianism, who have worked to see the game expunged from any storefront it sells on to spare the fees of a very powerful national leader.
Because we have something called freedom of speech, right? And I don't need to explain this to you guys. I shouldn't have to explain this to GOG. I really shouldn't. So I'm waiting for GOG to explain it to me. What is their good reason for this? Show me the messages.
Oh, they're not going to say that.
Show
It's
me
gonna
the
be PR.
messages from gamers. I want to see the gamer messages that says pull this down. Even though the messages, the Winnie the Pooh thing is gone. You're forgetting that is gone. That was 2019. That company was begging on their hands and knees to the Chinese government to take them back and leave us alone so that we can make our game.
This is just pathetic. This is pathetic. And the fact that they're lying on top of it all. Who are these gamers? Who are these gamers? That's what I'd like to know. Just unacceptable, CD Projekt Red. You made me literally, in just one tweet and one action, sincerely regret supporting you through GOG on CD Projekt Red or for Cyberpunk. Should have bought it on Steam, and now I'm wondering if I should have bought it at all.
Like so many corporations terrified of losing money by alienating the Chinese market, CD Projekt meekly and pitifully capitulated.
Thousands of dollars.
Balls.
And there's like
have some balls, GOG. They come to you for games. If they come to you, you set the rules. They don't set the rules. You set the rules. The Chinese government does not set the rules for GOG. You are GOG, aren't you? Let me see here. GOG. Oh, you follow me. Well, that's great. I thought that we had things in common. And we do have things in common. You need to get back on track. GOG, it says here, truly gamer-friendly DRM-free online gaming platform.
I love how they say it was gamers who asked them to pull it, not authoritarian loyalists, though often there is overlap. But really, the gamers? Of course CD Projekt would try and spin government appeasement as a pro-gamer move. Pretending to be pro-gamer has always been CD Projekt's favourite trick. Incidentally, Cyberpunk 2077 is performing quite well in China, well worth any executive cockroach trading in what little dignity and self-respect they have.
So like we talked about in the rant, what ends up happening is China's censorship has a policy where if we don't like it, we don't want anyone to see it, Period.
And,
And they're
you cannot
vindictive.
control the United States
Yeah.
like that, and Poland like that. This is a Polish company, GOG, and for them to capitulate to that and bend the knee to, and then blame it on gamers. I want to see those messages. I've said GOG. I'm not going to give
There
up
was
on
one
this.
message.
They did that thing once, and that's it for them. We're gonna follow this developer. We're not gonna allow them to put out this game because fuck them. And I don't think that's right. I think that's bullying, and I think GOG here and CD Projekt are giving into it, and I think that's upsetting.